we're out of the race because we broke a motor. That's the main thing that happened. On the deal with little Earnhardt going in turn 1, I don't know if I came down or if he run down in there. I'm not going to say anything bad about him because everything I read and see on TV, he hung the moon, and I want to make sure the moon comes up tomorrow. So I'm not going to say anything, but it was uncalled for.
You can see I don't even get to use the sink anymore.
Well, I can tell the hair dryer is obviously hers, not yours, because you don't have much to dry.
How did I know that was going there? What's wrong with my hair, man? What's wrong with it?
Well, it's not bad, except there isn't much of it left. You know, I'm telling you, dude, a great promotion for you would be. Endorsement deal. 1-800-HAIR Club for Kevin.
There's a reason why you weren't playing basketball yesterday. Because, you know, Dave and Marty,
I was an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I was an offensive lineman. The unsung heroes of football.
Mark Martin's poor car, who after banging hard into the third turn wall, goes off, we call that hammock style.
Yes, it is.
Between two wreckers.
Glad he's okay. Had to head to the infield care center to get checked out.
Talking about the shredding tire, beating all the suspension and the cooling and the fender well and so on. This is under Joe Nemechek's car after his problem a minute ago.
As he's trying to get the car to pit road, we can see that the rim is dragging the racetrack. But he really didn't tear his car up that badly. Now they've got to raise the car, try to lift the car up so they can get the jack under it. And finally,
and he was lucky that tire didn't shred off there.
Well, we're showing a replay of your hit.
What's that?
We're showing a replay of your hit there with the bag
Junior? Yeah, he came by, and I can't really tell you what he said, but he was just laughing, saying that was a buddy hit, so no harm.
Actually, the hit on your teammate there.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
That was real good.
Yeah, that was funny. Sterling's always playing jokes on me, so he'll get me back, I'm sure, one day, probably with a firecracker.
Looks like Johnny Benson also is in. We watched Dale Earnhardt's crew go to work on the GM Goodwrench Chevy.
and look at the right rear guy with a DuPont uniform. They've gone and find that tire changer from the 24 car, Jackaroo.
But now it's tightening up the longer you run, and that is a characteristic of this racetrack. The longer you go on a run, the tighter the car gets. And it's just now come to him. He just radioed to Tony Eury Sr. and said, hey, this car is awesome, guys, and I'm really happy. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. really good on these long runs starting to come on just now.
Jr. looking like he's just out for a Saturday afternoon cruise down Biscayne Boulevard.
Hey, Mike, it looks like he's not even working here. This guy's, he's going to give his money back.
You know, this is a perfect driving race car, and you can see the very little bit of hand movement right in this area right here. You'll see a little vent hose that's blowing cool air down into Dale's chest coming out of the window. You know, it works out really well. You see that hose and working right here, up checking the mirror, coming off the corner. I mean, that's a perfect day right there.
Mark Martin battling Jeff Gordon.
And he was not very happy, and watch what happens as he is bridging the gap of communication. Now, this is a unique way of having a discussion.
It is, and I think he's explaining what happened when he came into the turn on the inside to Wayne Grubb. Let's maybe Wayne...
Here goes Jeff Burton trying to sneak to the inside. Is there room? Is there time? They are side by side for the checkered flag, and wow.
Go ahead, Doc. Who was it?
What a way to pull down the curtain on the Busch season for NASCAR. Look at Jeff Burton. That car just sort of noses ahead. What's it, maybe 2 feet?
Right there. Yep. A couple of feet.
Now, do you want to say Nations Win? Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, I got a new sponsor. And did you see right here, 1-800-NO-SWEAT. So if you need a backhoe, a skid steer, or perhaps a loader or a dozer, or a combination of the two, call 1-800-NO-SWEAT.
Speaking of dozers. you want to get in yours now quick?
Well, you can get all that stuff at Kmart too. Okay. The thing is, you can get it cheaper at Kmart.
Smoke coming off the 31 car. Was he around when we're on that deal? Well, why don't we see if we can find out? We'll look it up so you don't have to. Yeah.
Is there a caution? There will be, I'm sure. Yes, the caution is out.
It's going to be a race back to the line. Jeff Gordon will be back on the lead lap, but who's going to get back here first? Would it be Dale Jarrett or Rusty Wallace? This could be the end of the race.
7 laps to go when they come around. Oh, they've got Ernie right there in front of him. Here they come off the corner. Rusty
Jarrett's in the mix as well, and Jeff Gordon now is still a lap down.
I don't know. That's close. It's
pretty hard to call from that angle.
I expect NASCAR is going to...
It is Jarrett. It's Jarrett in front, and Gordon is now a lap down.
All right, BP.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, sir.